Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today I'm finally back to treat you to another contest. I've decided to give you a chance to own a movie called Stephen Tobolowsky's Birthday Party. So that's T as in Tom, O, B as in boy, O, L-O-W-S-K-Y, the Russian spelling. And this might be a movie that a lot of people are not familiar with, but it's basically a documentary about an actor called Stephen Tobolowsky. And I hear you saying, like, who the fuck is Stephen Tobolowsky? But the thing is that you've probably seen him like a million times. He's been in so many movies, Memento, Groundhog Day, Spaceballs, the list goes on and on. But I mean, you can just head on over to imdb.com and check his resume out, because, you know, there are so many movies out there, and he's such a fantastic, interesting, charismatic guy. So, but anyway, a little info about the movie. This is a film that came out in 2005. It was directed by Robert Brinkman, and the entire idea behind the film is just that it's a documentary where we see actor Stephen Tobolowsky in his home on his birthday, being documented as he tells these incredible stories from his life and, you know, his like career in Hollywood. And that's just it. It's like, it's a movie about storytelling. It's just, I mean, I didn't see this when it came out. I saw the hilarious trailer, which is linked below, by the way, and everything else I talk about will be linked below, so just check the description. Roughly about 1 year ago, almost to the date, it was on October 29th, 2009, where the website slashfilm.com put up a new podcast entitled The Tobolowsky Files. And The Tobolowsky Files is something which was greatly inspired by this particular movie. It's a podcast hosted by Stephen Tobolowsky himself, as well as David Chen, who's the host of the Slash Film podcast. Slash Film sort of approached Stephen Tobolowsky and asked him if he wanted to do a podcast where he sort of, you know, told more stories. The podcast has been on for 2 seasons now. It's a total of 38 episodes, and currently they're sort of taking a break, so they will be back. But anyway, I think this is a great film. I bought this at STBPmovie.com. This is a signed copy. As you can tell on the cover, it's signed by Stephen Tobolowsky right in the circle there. And you can buy signed copies at the website as well. These signed copies will cost $40, including shipping. Now, the people at STBP Movie were nice enough to let me buy this for only $20, which is the standard DVD price for an unsigned copy. So very thankful for that. I decided to buy 2, and I thought that one of these would go to my subscribers, because I just, you know, I want people to know about this movie. I want people to get interested in the podcast, you know, listen to it, take part of these stories. I mean, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, or actually I don't listen to any podcasts, but you know, I just started listening to the first episode, and you know, I was hooked. It's just, I mean, the guy is such an incredible storyteller, and I mean, it's funny, it's moving, the podcast has evolved so much from what it was originally meant to be, and now it's just, I mean, it's like filled with these sort of profound, life-changing experience stuff. And I don't know what to say. It's just one of the, you know, most interesting things I've been listening to. I'm sorry if I'm babbling on, but it's just, I think it's such a great film. And, you know, it's the standard American edition. It's got special features. You got like 90 minutes of never before seen additional stories in addition to, you know, all the stories that are already on here. So it's easily the best version to get. I think it's the only version to get. So, what are you going to do to win this little bad boy? Well, I decided to make things a little bit different, seeing as, you know, I really want people to get into this, and even if you don't win it, I still want you to check out the Tobolowsky Files and all that. So I figured, okay, why not force you to? So, in order to win, you have to answer a single question, and that question is, when Stephen Tobolowsky was in 6th grade, he was invited to a Halloween party. And the question is, at whose house was this Halloween party held? And if you think that's a hard question, I can understand, because I'm guessing not a lot of people know that. However, if you check the video description on this video, you will get a link to the first episode of the Tobolowsky Files. It's a free download, or you can listen to it online. And if you listen to that podcast episode entitled Sex, Death and Halloween back to back, you will get the answer. And that's all you gotta do. And once you have the answer, just send me a PM. You know, the spelling doesn't have to be accurate. I know it's audio, but just show me that you've listened to it and that you know the name. You know, I don't care if you spell it the wrong way, because I don't even know how it's spelled, so it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you show that you've listened to the episode and you know the answer, I'll put you in the drawing to win the DVD. You know, I'll ship this to you, no cost at all. So, well, just take a chance, check out the Tobolowsky Files, just an awesome podcast. Oh, and I will leave the contest open until November 10th, so it's roughly 2 weeks. You know, after that I'll host another video where I'll draw the winner. So that's it. I really hope you all enjoyed this. I want to give a special thank you to STBPmovie.com for letting me buy the signed copy at reduced price. I want to give a special thank you to David Chen and of course to Mr. Stephen Tobolowsky for his incredible stories, amazing participation in the podcast. You know, it's changed the lives of so many listeners, and it's just one of the most remarkable things I've heard to date. It's amazing.